Hey there guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Enoch Okedere and welcome to another cryptocurrency video. Of course, today we'll be speaking about Hamster Kombat. And of course, I want to say congratulations to all the CEOs out there for tapping for almost more than 3 months. Now the airdrop token has been distributed, and not necessarily distributed, but the allocations have been distributed. And I know some of you are a little bit not happy about it. Some people are happy about it, but all I would just say is relax and wait till the listing. You will never know. And there's so many things I'm going to share with you along as we get into the video. Some really crucial facts about the airdrop and why I believe the token listing will be really hard. Anyways, let's get right into it. Now I'm going to start by showing you guys how much Hamster Kombat tokens was allocated to me. I apparently did not start so very early. I started about in the end of June. So apparently I had only 94 days on the app, but I'm going to show you guys right away. Starting by opening the app, we can see, of course, that season 1 is over once again. And then, congratulations, you have 1,940 hamster tokens. Now, that is a whole lot based on the time that I started the app. I started in the end of June, and I didn't do so much, couldn't get so much referrals. But of course, 1,940 tokens is a whole lot. I mean, the highest I've seen so far that I believe is 6,000 tokens. So I'm really okay with 1,940 tokens. And now this is the airdrop distribution. Total hamster 1,940. Next unlock is 227. Unclaimed is 1,712. Passive income was what gave me the most, as of course the PPH. Remember guys, the PPH was very important, which is why we asked everybody to just boost the PPH. Earn tasks gave me only 22. That is a little bit poor. Friends, 51 hamster tokens from just friends alone. I had altogether 10 friends. My passive income was 6.3 or 6.4 million. Friends was like 11 friends. Achievements, 118. So I had all the basic achievements. I mean, you guys saw the previous videos. I could put it anywhere in the corner there. Those were my achievements. You guys saw everything I had already. And keys, I had around 115 keys, and I'm getting 315 tokens from keys. Now, the keys were very important, guys. Very important. So I'm thinking if I had 200 keys, I'll be having 600 tokens here. 400 keys, 800 tokens here. Keys are very important because that was the main way Hamster Kombat was making their money. It was through the keys. But anyways, now that is the token distribution. And I know you have so many questions. When will this be released? What is happening to the rest of the tokens? Why am I having unclaimed tokens? What is happening? So of course, Hamster Kombat just released something now on the main page about the distribution of how the tokens will work. And I'm going to show you guys right away. Of course, I already understand the whole project and why they're doing that. It's basically to make the app and the ecosystem of Hamster Kombat really strong. Now, I think it's a genius idea. I think it's a smart idea coming from Hamster Kombat's perspective. They want to keep the players. They want to make sure the ecosystem is strong. They want to make sure that Hamster Kombat is not just a season 1 and nobody hears about it anymore. They want to make it strong. They want to build more people. So they've done so many ways to keep us on the platform. And now the funny thing is they are not using any third-party platforms to stake or to do anything like Catizen and some other platforms. You are manually and staking all your Hamster Kombat tokens on Hamster Kombat. Now I'll show you guys where I read this from so you can also understand in details the mathematics behind the airdrop. So now let's get into it. The result of season 1 has been finalized. Over 300 million people have joined Hamster Kombat. It's a whole lot of people. And since March, it actually started in March 26. That is a whole long time ago. Now, 131 million, 50% of them qualified for the airdrop. A few people were banned. 2.3 million were banned as cheaters. That is a whole lot also. I'm so sorry to the cheaters, but see, your number wasn't even a lot. That was why it was easy for them to just scrape you people out of the platform. Now, 30.6 million of qualified users haven't chosen the withdrawal method before the deadline, but this is no problem. If you did not choose the withdrawal, you can still claim your tokens anyways. It's not a problem. This is the Web3 platform. Your tokens will always remain on whatsoever Web3 platform you're in. That is the main meaning of Web3. You own that space, you own the records there, so it will stay as it is for a long time until the tokens are then born. If they're born, then you cannot claim them anymore. So of course, now, out of 100 billion hamster tokens, 75% is reserved for the community. We know this one already. Apparently it was 60%, but now it's 75%. Something has changed. 60%, which is what I just spoke about, will be distributed after season 1. Now, after season 1, we are going to get 60% of the 75% tokens of the community. So it will be left to only 15%. But now from this 60% we are going to claim after season 1, 88.75, we're going to get it immediately. So we're going to get this 88.75 immediately during the airdrop. So now airdrop is completed right now. And let's say the listing will be on 26. So we're going to get like 88.75% of our tokens, of course, of what you got in your account. For example, for me, I'm going to get 88% of 1,900 Hamster tokens. So that's around 1,700 or 1,600 Hamster tokens. While the remaining 11.25 of my tokens, of your tokens, will be vested, staked somehow, and will be unlocked 10 months after listing. So 10 months after listing, we are going to get the remaining of your tokens. I will get my remaining maybe 200 tokens or 300 tokens from my 1,900 hamster tokens. And now, of course, remember, it is 75% for the community. Now, the remaining 15%, because only 60% is given in season 1, yeah? Now, the remaining 15% will be given in the upcoming season 2 of the game. So this means that now we are only fighting for, in the season 2 of the game, we are only fighting for 15% of 100 billion Hamster tokens. That is still a whole lot if you come to think of it, but the distribution will be so minimal. So if you want to participate in the season 2, you have to take it really seriously so you can get a substantial amount of hamster tokens. Now, of course, stay tuned. We've prepared many exciting features for the interlude and the season 2. Of course, I'm going to like it. It's a good project. That's what I would say for starters. Good project. They have a good backing. They have a good system. They have a very important way. They want to keep the fan base. They want to keep the people, of course, and they want to make sure that Hamster Kombat keeps growing. And of course, the locking of the tokens for the next 100 is just like holders. They are making all of us CEOs holders of Hamster tokens. And when you hold a token, helps the value in the main exchanges, Of course, apart from the one that we are going to be forcefully required to hold, some people will still personally choose to hold some of the Hamster tokens, and some people will still choose to sell. Now, going into the part that I think this project in general is a very strong one. Of course, I already explained what Hamster Kombat is going to be about. It's going to be about a Web3 platform to connect players with games to earn cryptocurrency. Everybody's going to be playing games, earning tokens for it, and games are going to be, requesting to publicize their mobile games on Hamster Kombat, whereas Hamster Kombat will be getting a lot of income from that. Now, speaking about the listing price, which is in 3 days, I believe personally that if you got the 1,000 tokens, 500 tokens, 1,000, 2,000 tokens, I think you should not actually be worried, because I think it's going to list really well for that fact. Now, of course, imagine we're getting only 88% of our tokens. Yeah? Imagine we're getting that, and imagine Hamster Kombat is asking us to stake a very minute percent of tokens. I mean, that minute percent is also going to be substantial to keep the ecosystem and to keep the value of the token for a long time, to make it stable, not to make it just drop from maybe 0 point something all the way down. So with this prediction, I think personally that Hamster Kombat is going to list between 0.08, 0.1 would be very lovely, to be 100% lovely. But I personally think to be listed from 0.08 all the way to 0.05. So between this part. So now if we are to calculate right now, how much one is going to get from that. So of course, if you have 2,000 tokens, then you'll be, multiplying it by 0.08. That is the high side of my prediction. You're going to be getting $160. If you've got 500 tokens, you multiply it by 0.0. 500 tokens, you can multiply it by 0.08. You will be getting $40. So I think this is what I feel like should be what we should be thinking of at this point, in time, because it will not be so bad, but at the same time, it will be something to write all about. So of course, guys, that is where I close this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Of course, do not lose hope. Keep tapping and get yourself with the interlude season very ready for the season 2, because the tokens are limited and only the fittest will survive. So have a wonderful day and peace.